Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing another one of my World Coin half-pound searches. So I got these all in a bunch of collections and lots, mixed them together, and we've been getting some sweet coins out of the past few lots. A lot of old silver, some pretty rare clad coinage. So I think last one we had some French colonies coin from the 1840s. So hoping to get some neat stuff today. I'll pour the bag out and we'll start looking. All right, and I'm going to start in the northwest corner with a 1912 coin from Switzerland. Talk about a good start. 5 Rapin. These can actually be traded. It's the same design today as it was back then, though I think for the 5 they might have changed up the color a little bit. But those still circulate, and they're not precious metal. This one is a Kenyan coin, Jomo Kenyatta, and 1978 is the date, 10 cents. And it's always funny, it says Harambe, which is not for the gorilla, but still reminds me of it. This one is a half peso, 1967, from the Dominican Republic. I want to say they were off the silver by now. It says 12.5 grams, but I don't think, doesn't look silver to me, but would definitely be a welcome surprise if it was. Here is a coin from Britain, or one of its, it's going to be from Britain. This is a half crown from 1948. I think if we had gone to maybe 45, they would have been minting these out of silver, but no dice today. Another larger coin, though. It's kind of neat to get some of these larger coins. 25 pesetas is our next one. This one's Spanish, and here's the 1957 date on the front, but what you want to look at is the star, and if we zoom in, we see that's actually a 1970 coin. So, yeah, not nearly as old as you might have thought from the date. Here's a 50 centavos, again, starting with all of the larger coins, but still quite a big coin, 1968 Colombia. This is, 50 centavos. I don't think that this is silver either. If I had to pick one of these coins that we've been looking at to be silver, this would be it, but my guess is that it's not. I'm not super familiar. This definitely looks silver. I think I recognize it. It's a not Switzerland, it's a Swedish coin, Svierge, and 1 kroner 1949. One of my first mail call videos, I think somebody sent me a similar coin to this, so I always remember the design. Here is a 3-pence coin, 1948, with a bunch of sides. Looks like it's a 12-sided coin, but it's so small that it feels like it's more. They just don't have too much ground to cover. Here's the 1937 pre-World War II counterpart. After that, this is one of my favorite designs of all time, and I wish that we had a better looking example, but this is a World War I coin, actually, 1916 from France. And it's well-worn, 5 centimes is the date, and it's got a pretty obverse as well. There's good detail, good relief, so that's a really neat coin with some history behind it. Here's a more modern 10 centimes from 1978. So this one is 5 cents from Canada, 1946. So we're getting a ton of kind of mid-range, not super old, but things that are not new either and not your average grab bag, so it's neat to see that. This one's been catching my eye. It's from Norway, and it's 5 ore from 1914. Wow, so it's a little older than I thought it would be. I was kind of expecting maybe something in the 40s or 50s, but this one's over 100 years old. I forget, 1914 is a long time ago. Sometimes it feels like a date like 1918 is not over 100 years old. I don't know why. 5 francs from Belgium here. 1975 is going to be the date. I don't think that one has too much significance, but it's neat. 1950, 25 cents from Netherlands. And then this one has been catching my attention because it looks very much silver. 1931, 1 florin or 2 shillings. It says Australia right there, so it's probably definitely where it's from. And here's the king. This would look, I think, really pretty if it was not in such worn shape, and I don't know what kind of contributed to the demise of this coin, but it's definitely seen some better days. I wonder what percentage it is, though. Sometimes the Australian silver can be a little higher percentage. Here's 10 centésimos, 1971 from Chile. So we've gotten a lot of South American stuff today as well, which is kind of neat to see. King George VI. Malaya, Commissioners of Currency, Malaya, 1950, 10 cents. So this felt a little different, but that's not what I expected it to be. That's super cool. And I was looking at some currency recently that was Malaya and Straits settlements, so maybe it's something similar to that here. After that, we've got this coin, which is a 50 peso coin from 1970, Uruguay. So wow, really adding to the variety, whether it's Chile or Colombia. I feel like there was something else that we found from that area as well. That looks super old. I think so. Now that I brought attention to it, I have to check it out. 1817 Sechseinenthaler via Groschen. I don't know enough. $6 so maybe it's just $6. 1817. That was unbelievable. Just like I was saying before, it's crazy to think that this is over 200 years old. It's actually held up in decent shape. My guess, so I think that this is really low percentage silver. Let's see. Friedrich Wilhelm III, König, probably von Preußen. So it's a Prussian coin. I wonder if one of my ancestors held this, because I date back to a lot of Prussian. But my guess is that this is really low percentage silver. One of the last ones we did was 33% silver. Kind of a billion coin almost. Here's 1 cent from the Netherlands, 1884. Really small, but it's got good detail. I like that design a lot. After that, we've got this coin, which this is neat. So I always talk about finding ships. Like that's something that people collect and I think is neat to look at. This is a ship design from Kuwait that I've never seen before. And that makes sense. You don't see Kuwaiti coins that often. 50 probably cents. I wonder if Kuwait's one of the currencies with really good conversion rates. There's a few kind of in that area that have extremely relatively strong currencies, though that doesn't really mean much. It's just like the relative value. Like $1 will only get you like 30 cents. Maybe it's Bahrain, something like that. 1943 here. This is a Belgian coin, 25 probably centimes. And again, World War II, they were conserving metal, so all across the world you see different types of metal being used, but has the same uniform look to it, and it has this effect when it's been worn and kind of toned out. Here's another larger coin, 1960 from Hong Kong, $1, so it's a definitely thicker coin, and that's been kind of a theme today, and we'll continue that with a 5 franc coin, 1940 from France. So I actually don't recognize this. I feel like I've seen so many of these, but not with this metal type. So maybe before the pre-war, I haven't seen as much. I've seen a lot of, I think, aluminum coins that look like this. Unless this has been kind of colored in, this might just be one of their older designs. After that, we've got 10 drachma from Greece, 1968. Not sure who that is on the front of the coin. A quick one, 10 centimes, 1978 from France. Then we have 50 ore from Denmark, 1998. So that's a little more recent. I was going to say, I traveled once to Denmark, and this kind of looks similar to the coins that we were getting. So a little bit of a throwback there for me. This has a neat 1927. It looks pretty polished, or like there was some sort of cleaning. This is not a mid-state coin. Just because coins are shiny does not mean that they are going to be in good condition. Polishing is a very bad idea to do to a coin. Here's a Dominican Republic 1 peso. This is probably going to be modern. 2000. Padre de la Patria Duarte. I don't know if that's the artist or the person being depicted. After that, this could be silver. I'm not sure. 1955 1 golden definitely is going to fall in the range of silver. I think they used a lot of 72%, so that would make sense, and maybe also make sense why it didn't stand out immediately as the metal type that's characteristic for silver coins. Here is a 2000 Bahamas coin, 10 cents, got some nice marine life on it. And this one was kind of in the background, had to check it out. 1854 Napoleon III Empereur 5, so 5 centimes. Wow, the French Empire. So this was definitely a different time that this coin was minted under the circumstances of. Super cool to see that history. And then we've got 3 coins. They don't look anything wild. 1993 Colombia, 100 pesos. So probably that's when the currency is inflating. I know it's quite inflated these days. They also had a Bahamas, another one, 2005, 10 cents. So did we just go? Yeah, so a second version of that, and then 1 penny from Ireland, 1971. So another sweet hunt. Every hunt is a little bit different. This one had a lot of these kind of large clad, just large size coins, which is something that we don't see too often, but it definitely was not without its highlights. This larger shilling coin. There was also this one, which I think is by far takes the cake. 1817 Fia Groschen. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on my next episode. Definitely, if we could continue hunts of this quality, that would be awesome. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me or contact on treasuretown.yt.com, my website, my Facebook, Treasuretown, my Twitter, at treasuretown_YT, or my Instagram, at treasuretown_YT. Looking forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.